response to Sheriff Marlin Gusman's comments where he say that his critics are motivated in part by racism. I think that the sheriff is really out of touch at what's really taking place in the prison and in the city, actually. You know what I'm saying, with some of the comments that I read on NOLA.com and some other sources. He's quoted as talking about he feels that it's racism and people just want to get him out of office because of the color of his skin, and that offends me as an African American because I don't see that as the case. I think that any political office or appointed office in the city, in order to actually get into some of these positions, you need the support of the black community in this city. The city has a large makeup of African Americans in the city, and it's pretty impossible to actually get into an office without black support. So to say that he feels that it's his critics are guided by racism is ludicrous, because what he's saying is that African Americans want him out of office because he's black, and so we're black, and we want you out of office because you're doing a bad job. For one reason why people like me, myself, thinks you need to be replaced is because of the statements that you make. Like the statement where you say that the prisons are at the national average. It seems that it's acceptable to you to have a prison that's at a national average when we should be aiming and shooting to be better than the national average. Is it something that we want to have the national average for murder, or do we want to be below the national average? It's those type of statements that makes you look like you're out of touch with the community and the needs and what we are seeking in this city. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I think to suggest that it's racism is not fair. It's not fair. I don't think that all of the organizations and the people that's against what's taking place is attacking you because of the color of your skin. I just think that's just unfair, and it's unfair to the city that you would suggest that. I had some other points that I wanted to kind of make relating to some statements that you made. One, you said that you didn't see, and let me make sure I quote this correctly. You said that the article says that, or suggests that you say there's not any major issues with the jail. I would disagree with you in the fact that there are not any issues. If there are no issues with the jail, then why would there be a federal consent decree? Why would the feds be actually taking over the jail and fighting to have a consent decree if there's no problems? There are definitely problems because the feds are not taking over the jails in other cities and other states throughout the country. If there's no problems, then the feds don't need to step in. So again, you're out of touch. You're out of touch again. You're missing the mark, and you're not seeing what's there. And I think that that's what happened with this video. I agree that the video is old. I agree that these problems may have existed long before you were in office, some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. I agree that Sheriff Foley maybe should have been looked at a long time ago, but Sheriff Foley is long gone, and you're there now. And so you're the person that's the point person, and you're the person that when the ball drops, it drops, and you're in charge, and so you have to hold and you have to be accountable for the actions of everybody, and that's just public office, and so you have to accept that. If you don't want to accept that, you shouldn't be there, and so you should just step down now, and then that will save us a lot of problems. But one thing I like to say is that if you would have released the video yourself, then you may have saved a lot of backlash, because to me personally, I think you knew the video existed, and I think that you may have just left it under the rugs. And if you didn't know, then you should be firing some of your leadership who did know the video existed. But to let the feds and all of your critics who you say are guided by racism, to let them put it out, is ridiculous. If you had the video and there was nothing to hide, and you know this happened, then deal with it. Deal with it, and deal with it openly. I think it should have been turned over to the DA's office. It wasn't. And so, I think at the end of the day, Mr. Gusman, I think racism is just a poor excuse for a response to what's taking place with the prison, and it's exactly why you should be replaced. Again, my name is Curtis Bordenave. This is my view and my opinion, and nothing more, nothing less. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys again soon.